Welcome back everyone. I hope you all are fine and safe, healthy at your home. Today in this video, I'm going to tell you the difference between hardware and software. So let's start. What are hardware? As you all know, there are two components of computer system. The first one is hardware and the second one is software. So for better understanding in this topic, let's move to the difference between. What are hardware? It is a physical part computer that cause processing of data. That means it is a physical part. And what is here physical? Those part of computer which we can touch. Okay? Which we can touch and feel. That part of computer is called physical. So, physical parts computer that cause processing of data. The hardware is a physical part of computer that help in a computer system to process a data. Now, whereas software is a set of instruction that tells a computer exactly what to do. Software are those part of computer which we cannot touch or which we cannot feel. But it is very important part of computer which help us to exactly what to do. Now the second is it is manufactured. Hardware is manufactured. What does it mean? हार्डवेयर को बड़ी बड़ी फैक्ट्रीज में कंपनीज में बनाया जाता है. इट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय ह्यूमंस. Whereas in a software it is developed and engineered. That means software is developed by human being and engineered. For making software we don't need a large factory or a large company. We need a person who is having the information of coding and for making the software. Next is hardware cannot perform any task without software. Hardware cannot perform any task without software. That means hardware is the most important part of computer. Meanwhile, what is software? Software cannot be executed without hardware. Means software is also important part of computer. It also cannot execute it without a hardware. So both are important to form a computer system. Next is, as hardware are the physical electronic device, we can see and touch hardware. As you know, as I told you just minute ago, that hardware is a physical part of computer which we can touch and feel. So it is an electronic device which we can touch. So here in the software we can see and also use the software but cannot actually touch them. Means in a software we can see that which software is installed in our computer, which software we are upgrading, but we cannot touch it. We cannot feel the software. That Windows is a software, iOS is also a software, MS-DOS is also a software. If these software are installed in our computer, we know that the software is in our computer, but we cannot touch it. We cannot feel it that which software is installed in our computer, right? Next is, it has four main categories. Hardware has a four main category. First is input device, second is output device, third is storage device, and fourth is internal component. As you know, input device are those part of computer which help us to input the raw data in computer to process it. Okay. Let me give you the examples of input device. Input device examples are keyboard, mouse, scanner. Now, in software is mainly divided into three parts. First is system software, second is application software, and third is a programming software. Now, system software are those software which are pre-installed in our computer system. That means जब हम कंप्यूटर को बाय करते हैं, जब हम कंप्यूटर को खरीदते हैं, तो हमारे कंप्यूटर में पहले से ही जो सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल्ड होता है, उस सॉफ्टवेयर को हम बोलते हैं सिस्टम सॉफ्टवेयर. नाउ व्हाट इज एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर? Application software are those software which help us to perform any specific kind of task. Like we can perform calculation in Microsoft Excel. We can make and write an article in Microsoft Word. So these are also software which help us to perform any specific kind of task. जिसमें हम सिर्फ एक तरह का काम कर सकते हैं, उसे हम बोलते हैं एप्लीकेशन सॉफ्टवेयर. Now what is programming software? Programming software are those software which help us to do coding like Python, C, C Sharp. Okay, in senior classes you will study it. Now next is hardware is not affected by computer virus. आपने सुना होगा कि कंप्यूटर में वायरस है, पेन ड्राइव, इन सो मेनी एरियाज वेयर कंप्यूटर आर यूजफुल. सो व्हाट आर व्हाई हार्डवेयर इज नॉट अफेक्टेड इन अ कंप्यूटर सिस्टम? बिकॉज इट डज नॉट कंटेन एनी वायरस. Meanwhile, whereas software is affected by computer virus. That means software is installed in a computer. Okay, that is why which is installed in a computer system that can be affected by virus. It cannot be transferred from one place to another through network. Hardware cannot be transferred from one place to another through network. Now what is network? Network is where the numbers of computers are connected through a wire or wireless, right? So when computer system is connected through wire, we cannot transfer one computer from one place to another. Whereas software, it can be transferred. If many computers are connected in a network with the help of wire, we can transfer any software in a network. Okay, next is if hardware is damaged, it is replaced with new one. If hardware is damaged, if something happens to the hardware, if something is damaged inside it, we can replace it, we can change it with a new one. Where if software is damaged, its backup copy can be reinstalled. If software is damaged, if something happens, like if there is a virus in our computer, it damaged our software, then software can be reinstalled. सॉफ्टवेयर को हम दोबारा से अपने कंप्यूटर में रीइंस्टॉल कर सकते हैं इफ अगर उसमें हमारा जो पहला वाला सॉफ्टवेयर था उसकी कॉपी अवेलेबल है तो ही. ओके, now here are the examples of hardware like keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, CPU, hard disk, RAM and ROM, and etc. Now here are the examples of software: MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, Photoshop, and etc. So I hope you understood what are the basic difference between hardware and software. So this is the prior knowledge for understanding computer science for senior classes.